Your doubts will be your undoing. Remember that agnosticism was in many regards the dominant paradigm. And even though people with my skin color had a whole lot of power, it was hidden, and when it really wasn't, it looked evil with like Haitian voodoo, you know? So I'm going to be a trillionaire, not just a billionaire, without you. With you, it's about love. It's about doing what I would have done. Even if I was poor and broke, I see someone in my situation because of the knowledge that they have and what they have persevered through. I would jump headfirst in to fight with that person. I would be me if I saw that person. You are being you seeing me, and that means I don't want you when I'm rich. You're thinking it can't happen because it's just me alone. Even though you then have to say I'm not a voodoo priest because they have deities that help them, they have ancestors that help them. I can't have that. It can't be true because deities and ancestors can't stop. Well, I guess they really didn't bomb him. That's just a delusion. He's just making this up. He's mentally ill. I could erase those records, those lies. Well, that's why. If you diagnose me as mentally ill with some type of mental illness, I can have the record erased because it's a lie. Okay? I didn't want my teeth to look like this. I know they look good, but that was not my intention. I haven't really gotten over it. I'm pissed about it, but just to reiterate, they can't stop me from getting a lot of money because I can eliminate tens of thousands of them and none of them can eliminate me. The reason why are two major things. I am moral enough. You're not. And they're not. You're not even moral enough to come stand by my side. Most likely because you talked a lot of bullshit about me. This nigger on the internet, this Negro, this black man, this lost fool, this, he was underground man for 10 years? Well, he never said, well, then why didn't he, well, you know what, whatever. And the ones who did know, well, whatever. You're a piece of shit, and I'm not. If I seem arrogant now, I don't give a fuck. I don't. I'm disappointed. I'm not disappointed in the police department challenging me because they know that they're stupid. They have to be. It's the people that started out life similar to me, poor in the ghetto. Maybe they only had one parent around. They had to struggle. You know, maybe they had to go to their grandmother's house or cousin's house or whomever's house sometimes to get food, or a lot of times. Maybe they had to walk to school when other people might take a bus or a van. Maybe they had to wash their own clothes when they were young. Dad or mom says, I'm not doing it for you anymore. Do it yourself. You know, and had to realize that, well, it's not because we're poor, it's that my dad works a full-time job and I don't. So I should wash my own clothes, right? But then it's to not having a lot of money in your pockets at all. And you go to school and you have friends that you're mad cool with, and it's like they can buy everything that they want. They get like $1.25. I mean, it's the 80s. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, you know. So some of your friends that you go to school with are thick and chunky, athletic, and you're, skinny and slim. And You have no envy, like no jealousy. You're like fucking happy, but I mean, you're not stupid. You do realize this guy eats well. You know, but you know, well, maybe you never have as much fun as me. I have to think about that part, but still, you were poor, you were broke like me. You lived in a very, very small house, very small apartment. For some people, it's an apartment. You know, like you grew up in a very, very small apartment in the inner city, the ghetto, the slums, and whatnot. Okay, my neighborhood wasn't really slummy in Barbados, but hey, I've been in America since 1991. That's pretty slummy. That's slummy, that's slimy, that's grimy, that's crimey, that's all types of blimey. Here I am, or here you are looking at me like, I'll never get down with that nigga, I might get killed. I think that's the thing. That's why a lot of people are being killed by the forces arrayed with me. Because if you're scaring people into thinking that they will be bodily harm done to them, then have to make sure that you end up in a mental hospital losing your mind. And then after that, you can spend 25,920 years continuing to lose your mind. And for those who are not in that situation, you're either a punk or an arrogant piece of shit. So fuck you.